Right now on Live at 4:30, concussions, a major concern in the NFL. And as we just showed you in our story before the break, there are medical experts right here in Milwaukee studying concussions.
One of those doctors joining us this afternoon, Michael McCrea, is a neurologist at the Medical College of Wisconsin. If somebody suffers a concussion, it's just time and rest are the treatments?
Right now, you're correct. The cornerstones for injury management are really proper evaluation, adequate time for rest, and then what we refer to as a graded program of activity. So instead of just flipping a switch and sending an athlete immediately back to the sport in which they participate, we start them with very light exercise, and as they are able to tolerate without any further symptoms, we ramp up the intensity of that exercise and eventually return them to full participation.
A lot of people have the fear of letting their kids play football now, but it seems like there are more precautions. We're more aware. Are there enough to the point where some of that worry can be reduced or even taken away?
I think without question. So the question that I'm often posed with is, would I let my son play football? And the answer is absolutely yes. I think over the last 10 years especially, we have learned a great deal more about this injury, about the cause of the injury, how often it occurs in contact and collision sports. And without a doubt, we do a much better job of recognizing the injury, properly evaluating it, and conservatively managing athletes in their return to play, and all in the spirit of preventing recurrent concussion, which is what introduces the most risk to athletes.
What are the long-term effects of cumulative concussions that these pro athletes seem to have over the course of their careers?
Well, the state of the science right now is really that we have, I would say, a growing number of single case studies. We actually know very little about what the potential long-term risks are and who's at risk. Mm-hmm. So the risks that are on the list now range from chronic post-concussive symptoms of headaches and so forth, depression, anxiety, eventual neurologic decline or cognitive decline, and the most concerning risk that's out there on the landscape right now is something known as chronic traumatic encephalopathy, or an early onset dementia resulting from repetitive head injury. But really the magnitude of that risk and knowing who's at risk remains unclear at this point.
How far out do you think we are from gaining this knowledge, since really a lot of things have just started to go full speed ahead in terms of research?
Well, I would say as a good mile marker, in the last 10 years, we have answered almost all of the critical questions about the acute effects and management of concussion. In the next 10 years, we're hoping to fill in those same blanks as they relate to the chronic effects.
Dr. McCrea from Medical College of Wisconsin, thank you for joining us.
Thanks for having me.
Continuing this discussion this afternoon. We have more information on this story for you at TMJ4.com.